Okay.
Are you
Yay.
taping?
Do I have chocolate in my tea?
My husband took Dr. White's marriage prep class, so that's what's funny.
You should have asked me these questions before.
Official answer. Gotta will the good of another person.
I guess it's when you do anything for somebody or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's my definition of love.
Before you start to date, well, if you ask my dad, and if you're my little sister, you're never allowed to date.
I think it's not until college that you really find, yourself really, which I feel like is important to do before you start dating.
Take someone to the calf.
Go ahead, it's just an interview. No big deal. It's my big moment. Worst dating advice? I don't know.
Make sure you call him and you call him and you let him know you're not going anywhere. Men love that. Oh, and she was like, oh, and try to hug him while he's driving.
What's his question?
Worst dating advice I've ever heard.
Date around.
Date around, sleep around.
Maybe 60, but
60?
that's just my opinion.
Age?
Uh-huh.
I'd say somewhere between like 22 and 25.
That's hard. I'd say 25.
25.
Out of college to make sure that you know where you're going and you establish your life before you know that you can support someone else.
I think financial stability, at least a little bit of stability is really important, but also just support from people around you. I think it all just comes together. But no, I don't think there's an absolute by the age of 25 everyone should be married, or if you're below that you can't, if you're above that you're too old. So no, I don't.
I think people aren't as open as they were because it's a lot harder to lie to someone in person than over a phone or the internet.
I think a lot of it is maybe texting is a lot of the way communication is, which leaves more room for miscommunication. So
I think people sometimes are too open about it, and then therefore it goes against emotional chastity because it's like people are posting these things online and then other people read it, but they don't have a physical person to correspond the words to, so therefore it's basically utilitarian.
Okay.
It's so focused on the phone and not on the person.
I think it helps long distance dating relationships.
Well, everybody's worried about being Facebook official, so I think that's the biggest one.
It's not as authentic, it doesn't cause people to need to be brave, and you can hide behind the technology kind of, when really that's not what a relationship is about. It's about being yourself and getting to know someone else for who they really are, not who they're putting as a front of who they are.
You can ask me lots of questions about my wife. She's awesome.
Perfect.
She's a rock star. Probably only after a couple months. I met my wife because I was in English class with her roommate freshman year of college, and so I wanted to date her. I was pursuing her for about 4 or 5 months to try to date, and just because she was really cute, but also she loved life in a virtuous way that I had not seen other people love life before. She's really
started dating. She was the kind of person I wanted to marry. Just didn't know if it was her. And then, by the Rome trip, it was pretty evident to me at least.
I'll be able to trust him. He'll be selfless, and he'll be seeking God before me.
I really want my guy to be outdoorsy.
I
Other than great fashion.
Yeah, right.
That didn't mean anything, people.
All my virtues are
selfishness.
No, just kidding. I really like honesty. Honesty.
Cool.
Just somebody who I can really connect with and who is a great friend first, and then somebody, yeah.
And it's for the girls with regard to the guys. Pay attention to how your gentleman, if he is such, treats the women in his life, his mother, his sisters, whatever, people that he's had enough time with that he'd be tempted to take for granted. Because there will be a time in your life where he might be tempted to take you for granted. And if you see that he's still respectful and cheerful and deals with them with deference and respect, then that is a very, very good indication that he has that kind of chivalrous spirit that bodes well for a long-term marital relationship.
Humility, I would say, and just loving God and being humble and all of his talents that God has given him and everything. Yeah.
I think purity is something that's really important, because with purity come a lot of other things, because they have they're striving for something better, because obviously purity is something that a male should be striving for, but he's also doing it for someone else, so that's very sacrificial. So I think purity is really important.
Is